and it is now time for the main event. It is for the MCW Championship and is scheduled for one fall. Competing out of Brantford, Ontario, the Brantford
Of course, this epic theme song makes me think of Daniel LaRusso versus Cobra Kai. This, I will argue, is way more personal. Now in the back, before these shows start, Ricky's one of those people I get to have a little handshake, maybe a small chat with beforehand. He was having none of that today. I have never seen him more intense than he is right now, and for obvious good reason after what happened to him at Immortal 2020. He was not available for the studio series, and I think part of that reason was he was training extra hard for his shot at the MCW heavyweight title.
and his opponent, competing out of Brantford, Ontario, he is the reigning and defending MCW champion, Roughhouse Jeff Black.
Boy, you saw it in that intro video package right there, that despicable turn of events at MCW Immortal 2020, all an elaborate ruse involving Outlaw Scott Chase, impacted Eddie Osborne, Gordo, I'm sure, and whoever else was in his alliance that night, and the number they did on Pretty Ricky, Brantford's hometown favorite. Like I said, Ricky's a fun-loving guy. He likes to entertain and joke around. I don't know if we're going to see much of that, if any at all, tonight. This man is more angry and pissed off than I have ever seen him. And he really felt that night in November of 2019. My apologies if I kept saying Immortal 2020. This pandemic's been a little foggy on my brain. The last time MCW ran indoors in front of fans, November 2020. That was Ricky's night to win the title. That title match ends in a big schmoz with a bunch of bodies running in, which turns into a tag title match. Roughhouse Jeff Black made everybody believe he was concussed and being examined at Brantford General Hospital, which was a lie. Then he came back, pretended to be Ricky's partner just long enough to turn on him and pound him into utter submission. So there is not a more deserving #1 contender right now than Pretty Ricky Wilde. I'm very curious to see how he's going to change up his attack in this one, and definitely he's going to feed off the fans. And no disrespect to this crowd at the Knights of Columbus tonight, but that crowd indoors for Pretty Ricky's title match in November 2019 was unlike anything I have ever seen in my stint in MCW. So hopefully this crowd can get to those levels and beyond, and maybe will Ricky to a title victory. And another thing I like seeing right now, we don't have any managers, we don't have any hangers-on, if you will. These are just two guys one-on-one.
I'll come over there and slap the taste out of your mouth.
Boy, I thought Roughhouse was, going through an attitude change for the better. He's grown professionally, he's grown a lot in his personal life, but he's just as miserable as ever, and it's such a shame, because in that ring,
Thank you so much.
he is truly incredible. And it is a long tested veteran who knows his ins and outs of the ring. And frankly, under most circumstances, deserves that title. But I find that deservedness questionable after his recent actions in the last couple of years.
Don't put a hole through the ring.
I love you too.
Some crowds you may get a 50-50 split, a 60-40, an 80-20, maybe even a 90-10, but I think we have a 100% zero consensus in terms of who's cheering for Ricky and who's cheering for Roughhouse. Oh, he went for a big right hand and missed. And Ricky coming back with Fists of Fury, showing his love to his hometown fans. And thunderous clothesline.
Thank you.
Sends Roughhouse to the floor, and yeah, Ricky is looking really locked in early on in this one. And here it goes outside the ring. This one could stay outside the ring for a while, as I could see it degenerating from a traditional wrestling match into a fight, and we're seeing that right now as we got to get the cameras out further into the MCW faithful. And you know, we have a new alliance here with the Brantford Knights of Columbus. We don't want any excess damage done here. We want to return eventually. But then again, with how personal this rivalry is, who knows if things are going to get a little nuts, as they are right now. This is number 4, going to number 5. Ricky playing his own version of musical chairs. And I don't know how Roughhouse is still on his feet here. Number 9. Ricky wants 10, and a fan just gave up his seat for him. This is an amazing amount of respect that the MCW faithful have with Pretty Ricky right now, and it's going to be awfully hard for Roughhouse to come back from that kind of punishment. But then again, if there's one man who is tough enough to do it, it might be him. Oh. Boy, listen to that laughter. That is not a comedic laughter. That's the laughter of a man who's ready to snap. Oh, somersault roll, and that got all of Roughhouse. It's interesting, in what is normally Ricky's easygoing, joking demeanor has a bit of a malevolent side to it tonight, which does not surprise me. Oh, vicious chop. Somehow, Roughhouse still has the presence of mind to break the count. I don't think he wants to win this one via count-out or disqualification. He wants to pin Ricky once and for all, or make him submit. But we're out here for some more extracurricular activity, I think, just for punishment's sake. And now he's gonna... Boy, we have a bear picnic table involved here. Whoever lands on this is not going to be feeling good afterwards for whatever Roughhouse may be setting up for. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, Ricky gave somewhat of a backdrop onto that table. I don't know if he got the height he wanted, but it still hurt Roughhouse nonetheless.
That poor picnic table.
And you can tell the MCW faithful is not respecting Roughhouse because more sympathy got shown to the picnic table on that one. Yes, you heard it.
Come on, old school.
It's virtual school now.
Now Ricky going up top
Old school's on
to the
Zoom.
picnic table. What's he going for here? I could only imagine. Oh, double stomp to the small of the back.
Which one was it?
A lot of the MCW faithful almost watching in stunned silence because they don't know what these two are going to do to each other in this evening's main event. Look at that shot, boy.
Come on, Jeffrey.
Roughhouse is dazed. This is familiar territory for him. He can turn it into a brawl at any moment without any issue and sustain himself. But oh, he's going to go to the post, blocks it, and Ricky. Oh, he went face first. I don't think he got an arm up on that one. And this is going to change the momentum and direction of everything if Roughhouse can get his bearings back.
There's a lot of grass in my mouth.
Oh, he's complaining about his grass in his mouth. He's still in pretty good shape to compete. Look at the disrespect he's showing to the VIP fans at ringside here. Those are the chairs they paid for. He shouldn't be really kicking them out quite like that. And a big scoop slam onto the grass with no give, even less give than a normal ring. Oh, now he's disrespecting personal property with fan signs, kicking their beer over. What does he think he's going to do? Jeff Black is not known as a man to fly very often, but apparently he's going for something here. From the table, oh! I think he went for a leg drop, and that very well could have been the end of Pretty Ricky had he not rolled out of the way. And that is nothing but a solid green lawn that he landed on with his hamstring and his backside. And now Ricky's still visibly dazed from that shot to the steel ring post, as this is just merely a battle of wills at this point. Heavyweight championship on the line. Jeff Black first won that title in late 2018. I believe it was Immortal 2018 when I first came aboard to this. Oh! He just chopped the ring post. Boy, he's going to have an awfully hard time setting up for that thunderous signature lariat of his later in the match. I mean, that was like an auditory bullseye. Ricky, in Pitbull-like manner, is continuing to work that wrist and that hand and that forearm of Jeff Black, but somehow Jeff Black is fighting back.
What do you think you're trying to do, you haggard old broad?
Oh, come on now.
You want me to put the other one in there for you?
Oh, that's disgusting. Focus on the task at hand, and Ricky, I think, may have gone for the pectoral muscle or the nipple, if you will. Now, what does Roughhouse think he's doing here? There are no timeouts, especially in a heavyweight championship match.
You are just me to my grandmother.
Ricky claiming that was his grandmother that was insulted. I don't know if that's true or not, but still. It's a disgusting display nonetheless, and Ricky went for an enziguri, but Roughhouse just blocked it, like swatted it like he was a fly. Oh no, my mistake. Maybe Ricky got all of it. And it just took that long for Jeff Black to feel the impact. He's trying to roll him over. This could do it. 2. Oh, slow escape by Roughhouse Jeff Black. I guess he really had his bell wrong and didn't even have the presence of mind to fall over, because it was hard for me to tell from that angle if the enziguri hit or not, but I guess it did. And a near fall for Pretty Ricky. Ricky's up top now. A place where he's very comfortable, and even more so saying that there's no roof out here like there is at the Legion, but he wasted a little bit too much time, and Jeff Black just straddled him on the ropes. And you could just hear the winces and grimaces of pain from Pretty Ricky, which I think all of us guys can relate to be honest. Oh, he's picking him up, maybe a modified superplex, well, more or less. Put him in a suplex position and slammed him literally halfway across the ring. The Brantford faithful finally once again behind Pretty Ricky, and that is really irking Roughhouse Jeff Black. It'll motivate him to put more punishment on. Oh, look at that. Almost into a Northern Light suplex. Cover. No, Ricky escaped. A lot of authority on that throw that resembled the Northern Light suplex, though, and oh wow, the Brantford faithful chanting, "You can't beat him," and Roughhouse is going to take this personally for sure. Makes me wonder if that setup at Immortal 2019 was all put in place because deep down in his heart, Roughhouse knew he couldn't beat Pretty Ricky one-on-one, but maybe this is the night that'll change all that. Or maybe this is the night for the first time in almost 3 years, close to 3 years, the MCW Heavyweight Championship changes hands. Big headbutt by Roughhouse. Signature maneuver of his. He loves hard-hitting offense like the big elbows, clotheslines, headbutts, big boots, if you will. It's what he does best. And now I think he's showboating for this crowd a little too much. They're getting a little too much into his head.
Nothing.
As if you allow Ricky any time to come back and find an opening on you, he will make you pay. So whip into the corner. See, he reverses it. The reversal took a bit out of Ricky, and now he goes up. Nice back splash with an elbow. Sets up for a bulldog. And beautiful counter by the champion. Into the back suplex. Well, he goes for a cover. I wasn't sure if Ricky's shoulders were down when that count got started, but either way, he kicked out. Once again, the Brantford faithful trying to rattle Roughhouse. Okay, that's not how the 3 count works in professional wrestling. Even you know that, Roughhouse. Come on, sell me another one. 3 1 counts does not add up to a victory. It's 1, 2, 3 shoulders on the mat. And that's it. And I gotta admit, his rule-breaking tactics have been minimal in this one. He wants to try and beat Ricky fair and square. He's not gonna cheap out through the championship advantage through a count out or a DQ. He wants to humiliate Pretty Ricky in front of his own fans. Oh, sits out on the back. And those chants from the Brantford faithful, you can't beat him, those are really getting to his head. And he wants to prove each and every one of them wrong, because once again, he has shown utter disdain and disrespect for the fans yet again. And oh, Ricky scouted him that time. Referee will allow it because that was not an intentional means of a low blow, so it is not going to result in a disqualification. Jeff Black has not moved yet, and neither has Ricky, so that really took the wind out of his sails, so to speak. And the crowd is waking right back up as they're administering the 10 count. Referee is trying to see who's going to get to their feet first. There's no way this one's going to end in a double count out. I just don't see that happening at this point. And oh, square in the chest with that clothesline. This could be it. Oh, at the last second, the last possible second, Pretty Ricky got a shoulder up. Don't even know if that was a conscious effort on his part, but he did it anyway. He is worse for wear right now, but I think somewhere deep down he still realizes what's at stake. And the Brantford crowd is doing their best to will him along, like they've been doing pretty much the entire match. Oh, another clubbing forearm to the back of the neck. Well, yelling at old school is not going to get you anywhere, I'll tell you that.
You old haggard broad.
Boy, even though Ricky is in not exactly the greatest.
Right in your mouth.
Oh, please.
The 3 teeth you got remaining, I'll knock them all out.
All right, Roughhouse, focus on the task at hand. Enough. He is wasting entirely way too much time with Pretty Ricky here, even though Ricky is in bad shape. And yet again, he reverses the whip into the buckle. And here's a charge. Oh, ran into that big boot, signature big boot of Roughhouse Jeff Black. And what's Jeff Black doing? He's going up to the second rope. Ricky speeds up there. Oh, he was either, I'm going to guess, go for a Hurricane Rana or an arm drag. Didn't quite get all of it, but he has the upper hand. Here's a cover. Whoa. Perhaps if Ricky had enough to execute whatever that move was he was trying to do off the top rope, we could have a new MCW champion right now. But it is not to be. Jeff Black escaping by the skin of his teeth, and Ricky is ramping up once again. This usually means trouble. Oh, Jeff Black escapes. Oh, into his version of a Michinoku driver. That's got to be it. No. I cannot believe Pretty Ricky kicked out. I thought that was it. It was a beautiful scouted counter by Jeff Black. And he was ready to take control, but not to be. This is really anybody's match right now, if you want my humble opinion.
No, kids don't have respect for their parents.
And who is Roughhouse to decide whether kids respect their parents or not? What is he saying?
Come on, Ricky! Come on, Ricky! Come on, let's hear it!
Boy, those chants are really getting to Roughhouse's head. He could have had this match put away by now. But yet he's being distracted. Boy, this match is such a long time in the making.
Or I will shut him up.
I'm wondering if Roughhouse really does not know what to do next at this point in the match. It is not like him to move his offense along this slowly. And like I said, I know Ricky is worse for wear right now. But I really don't know what his strategy is at the moment here.
Look at this belly, I'm gonna do it.
Just because you are the heavyweight champion of MCW does not make you immortal, okay? And Ricky with a chop to the side of the neck. Oh, thumb to the eye, I believe. Oh, double chop now. Is Ricky going to try superplex? Does he have enough strength and power left in the tank to do this? This is going to be a very difficult maneuver to pull off. But Ricky looks like he's going for it. He's going all in here. This is what the heavyweight championship means to him. And oh, he just barely pulled that off. Kudos to Pretty Ricky for pulling off an incredibly difficult strength move at this point in the match. And if they landed close together and Ricky went for the cover, I think we may have a new MCW champ. But Roughhouse was launched almost to the other side of the ring. This is really gut check time now. What do you have left? Oh, he goes for the cover. There you go. Roughhouse had his foot on the ropes. Now, Ricky was not wasting time there. He was just trying to get his bearings intact after delivering a devastatingly powerful superplex off that top rope. Now Ricky's got a hold of him. He's going to probably feed him with some shots. Both men back and forth now. Really pulling it down from the bottom of the heart and the intestinal fortitude. And this is just a back and forth slugfest. What else can we do at this stage of the matchup? And what a matchup it has been so far. On a great return for MCW on this warm September evening. Oh, duck under. Another duck under. And oh, I think they may have clotheslined each other. I don't know who got the worst of that one. Nobody is in a covering position yet, so Old School is going to try and administer that 10 count until somebody makes it back to their feet. I don't know how much either man has left in this matchup, to be honest with you. This has been a physical war. One-on-one, no outside interference. Very minimal rule breaking. This is what the MCW Heavyweight Championship is all about and should be all about moving forward, if you ask me. Here's Ricky with his double chops and a headbutt. Still finding that fire somewhere. Oh, goes for a Death Valley driver. No, it counters it. Wait a minute. Oh, they broke up the pin.
Get in position, Jeff. In the rope.
Well, that wasn't Old School's fault. You guys rolled over each other.
He's in the rope. Do your job. Right there.
He was going to try and hold the tights well. Oh, here's a Pretty Ricky stunner. Pretty Ricky stunner. If he could roll over to him, we're going to have a new champion. Oh, Ricky, he's feeling it. He's feeling it now. Oh, he's got even Old School pumped up. What is this? Ricky looking to nail the final death blow, but no. Jeff Black gets out of the way, gives him a lariat right hand, and that's it. Oh my goodness.
Here is your winner and still MCW champion, Jeff Black.
Well, Pretty Ricky is going to be very disappointed with the result, but he should not be disappointed with the effort in the fight he put in. This still may help him stay in contender status. And Jeff Black was just the better wrestler on this given night, if only by a game of inches. This is going to be very unpopular with the MCW faithful, but Jeff Black will continue to remain your MCW heavyweight champion. And given the effort of Pretty Ricky and the back and forth action of this one, we may get another rematch in the future. We will just have to wait and see. But the champion's head is just going to swell along with his ego that much bigger for the time being, with frankly what was an impressive victory over Pretty Ricky. But don't count this man out, because he put in about as valiant of an effort as I think we could have seen. And he's definitely hurting right now, physically and I imagine emotionally, after this loss. Getting some assistance from Old School, and the Brantford faithful showing their love and appreciation for one of their hometown heroes. Well, one hometown hero cashed in big at Doc Richards, becoming the new MCW, the inaugural MCW International Champion. The other hometown hero, Pretty Ricky, came up short, but he is still the most loved and adored wrestler probably to come out of this city, and he will live to fight another day. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Phil Gordon. I'm signing off, wishing you the rest of an amazing Labor Day weekend, and we will hook up with you again in 2022. Good night.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us for Rags to Riches VIII. Trust us, we'll be back.